and LaMichael Ren Wild. Welcome to Eugene and Austin Stadium, home of the Oregon Ducks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes the offense on first down. Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground with the back. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Quarterback checking off. Hall to go up top. They're working that left side. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. You always have to be aware of the running threat from the Oregon quarterbacks, but here getting business done through the air.
No doubt, Reese, because you're worried about his legs, the read game, all the stuff they can do. It opens up the passing attack. And I think when you've seen the Ducks teams throughout history, the ones that have enough balance to keep you off guard, keep you guessing, are the ones that are the best teams.
Shakes off the defender. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And the Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Hall will throw it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
They'll try to add another to their lead. with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The offense set for a first down play. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. First down for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Buys a little time. Gets it out quickly. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Picks up the first down. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole? As opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
Toss to the left. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, these little 1 to 2, 3-yard gains early, they're like body blows in a boxing match, and those gains become 10, 12, 15-yarders as the game goes on, and they wear this defense down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. At the 35, he's loose. Off he goes. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Great execution by this offense. The running game coming through, perfect fashion, breaks the big run, finishes inside the 10.
And they do a great job of blocking downfield with their wide receivers, too. And all of a sudden now, this offense knocking on the door.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Ready to try the point after. Bangs it through for an extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Fair catch called for and made. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got a man. It's Cole. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So a nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. This is a designed run. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. The Ducks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Brings up second down.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Hall to go up top. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. He's looking downfield to throw. Unleashes one. Another incompletion on third down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
First down here for the offense. Leaves it with the back. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain.
No gain on the play. Second down coming up.
This offense has a 2nd down play.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
The option look. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. The Rebels will hustle to the line. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
Man, that's so frustrating. It happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
Quarterback checking the play. will throw it. He's looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Listen, if I'm a QB, second down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable third down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
It's complete to the right. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. The quick out.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
That last completion has him set up, second and short. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get that ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. On the move. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. Now it's third and goal. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Looks as if he's going to run it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Second quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got a play you've practiced all week long. That's the play you dial up right here.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field goal attempt. They'd better pay it off with 6. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And that is exactly exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. USC answered the bell away from the Coliseum today with an impressive victory. The Trojans knew the challenges awaiting them, and they met them head-on. Generally the mark of a really good team. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Goes to the option. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
They'll run the option. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. The pitch. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the first down on the play. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. Past the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
On the option. He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? On the option. He'll pitch it. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels. Lining up for the PAT. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And I don't care if I get him by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down marker.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He's going to pass. Looking for a huge play. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Quarterback will audible. Hall to go up top. He'll take another shot here. Ball in the air, intercepted! And he gets the interception and finally run out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And that one will put him up here in the second half. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Hall will throw it. Unloads to the right. Picked off. Looking for more room. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, wait a minute, I got to get me 1 too.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. Now on the option. Touchdown, Rebels! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The back goes in motion. Hall to go up top. Quickly complete. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Looking to throw it again. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception by this quarterback, and now you throw another one, you know, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Quick completion on the out. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the 1st down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Fires toward the target. Got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. on the option. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Second down coming up.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Hall will throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And when it's 3rd and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. Offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. He's got the back in the middle. Makes a grab, and he's dragged down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. He'll ride his man on the option. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's out of bounds after a terrific run and a nice pickup.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right? And having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. At the 35, he's got room. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ole Miss. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Oklahoma was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Sooners performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats, and he's shuffling, and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but, hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He's going to let it go. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Looking for a productive play on first down. Handoff to the single running back. An attitude run as he's dragged down after a pickup of 6 down to the 14.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
And the stiff arm was strong, but the defense was stronger, and they stop him for a short gain.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ole Miss 35, Oregon 14.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. D looks as if they're about to bring the heat. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
At 3rd and 2, you're usually thinking maybe something's going off tackle up the middle. They run the toss. How about the defense? Great job setting the edge, sprinting to the football, getting multiple hats there, getting the guy on the ground, stopping him short, causing a 4th down.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. The option look. Now the toss. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Rebels! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and an ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Pocket starts to collapse. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming, and there it is. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Offense getting set for 1st down. Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Ducks! The defense with the scoop and score. Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The corners are walked up tight. Running behind that left side. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Line gets set, first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Pulls it in. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you something, okay? You can take what you want from it, but this offense definitely not interested in running clock, interested in making a point.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
And he delivers the angry stiff arm, but is greeted by an angrier defense. A third and long coming up here. On the move. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
He'll toss it. Plows through the defense. On the move at the 30. Afterburners coming. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Hall to go up top. He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch, and a huge play on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. He wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. It's a reverse. And the defense was ready when the wide receiver got the ball.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Still running at the 40. He's loose down the middle. The 20. Past the 10. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Jacksonville State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 27 to Colorado State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Hit as he throws. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating...
Running toward the tape. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positive.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David, but I'll say this. If you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And these are these moments as a defense, like, you're just trying to get out of the game. We're rotating, we're subbing, like, we've stopped them all game long. Like, they can run the football right here. The biggest thing is the clock ticking, us getting out of here with the dub, and really, everybody staying healthy.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like, they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Hall will throw it. Going for it all. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
At the 40, there he goes. Oh, look out. Quarterback gets enough. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPO